One of the star attractions amongst hundreds currently on display at the World Expo 2010 in Shanghai can be found on the Japanese pavilion, where major manufacturers such as Canon, Panasonic and Toyota, and a dozen others, are all showing their visions of the future. Much of it we've seen before, but Canon's wonder camera concept is entirely new, and it's part of an emerging trend of camera companies showing concept cameras as they attempt to predict the future and seek feedback as to what consumers want. It's the camera of the future visualised 20 years hence, and it's worth a close study if only to see how the world's largest camera company is thinking. Canon's choice of venue for showing such a groundbreaking concept was no accident. China is getting rich quickly, and with it comes immense purchasing power. In the last 3 decades, its 1.4 billion population has developed immense spending power. In 2008 it became the largest internet marketplace, in 2009 the largest car marketplace, and it will become the world's largest camera market around 2015. With mobile phones now threatening to make the standalone camera an endangered species, digital camera companies are currently innovating like crazy. Every few months cameras get smaller, the number of megapixels gets larger, and the mega zooms get larger still. There are new and better and more image stabilization technologies squeezed into cameras, more intelligent algorithms and more processing power to enhance usable outputs, and storage is rapidly progressing towards effective infinity. The ability to display and wirelessly share the images and video we capture is also increasing dramatically. The backdrop to the stage where the Canon Wonder camera is being demonstrated is Panasonic's LifeWall concept. In this particular instance, we've seen it a couple of times previously at CES earlier this year. This one is made up of 3 multi-touch Panasonic 152-inch plasmas running at 4K 2K. That is, each screen is 4096 pixels wide and 2160 pixels tall. So with 3 of them together, it forms an interactive touch wall measuring 10.3 metres by 1.8 metres, or 12,300 pixels by 2,160 pixels. Really very impressive. With flat screens rapidly getting better and bigger and cheaper, high quality imagery will be in demand, and the difference between low and high quality imagery will be very evident. The Wonder camera is Canon's vision of where the camera market is going, and it takes all of those same aforementioned trends and extrapolates them. It takes the ongoing convergence of the still image camera and the video camera and makes them one and the same. Canon claims during the presentation to have a proprietary technology that enables everything in every frame to be in focus at all times from very near to very far, which is a potentially disruptive technology in the hands of the world's largest camera maker. As I spent the entire presentation hand-holding a video camera with image stabilization technology and struggled to keep it steady from my very distant vantage point at very long focal lengths, I was painfully aware the image stabilization technologies of the Wonder camera were much more stable than what I had, despite the spectacularly much longer zoom images which were being demonstrated on the Wonder camera. Clearly, image processing power and advanced algorithms will handle those tasks far more comfortably at some point in the short to medium term future. And with continuous frames of stable, in-focus, well-exposed imagery of extremely high resolution, you can simply pick out the exact still image you want at a later date. Part of the demonstration involved the Wonder camera being pointed at the audience and using its advanced facial recognition algorithms to capture still image portraits from the video footage just when those people had smiled. That's pretty impressive, but it sort of got me thinking that if the camera lives up to Canon's claims that the video captures everything in perfect focus, it might be interesting to see what happens to still image photography in the future altogether. Still image photography evolved because it was the first type of imaging that we had the technology to achieve, and it's become a high art form over the last 150 years. But with high definition video over time becoming cheaper and all pervasive, and the algorithms of the Wonder camera capturing perfectly exposed images in ultra high resolution at all times, then every frame of every video will contain countless perfect still images. How will that change photography? Maybe, like calligraphy, it will eventually become an irrelevant artistic endeavour whose time of relevance has come and gone because something better and easier has come along. Now, everyone still has a pen and paper, it's just that no one does calligraphy anymore because we found a different, better way to communicate, or more convenient way to communicate. If you can have a perfect video all the time and share it seamlessly because of unlimited bandwidth, will still image photography still be relevant? Not surprisingly, very little information and no specifications were available in any language on the Wonder camera. It's a concept camera, has a unibody form factor, roughly the size of a digital SLR. It clips onto your belt, so that you draw it like a six-shooter, I guess. It shoots at massive unspecified resolution, well beyond anything we currently know, with a single zoom lens which uses a touch swipe interface down the side of the lens and caters for all circumstances from macro to mega zoom. As portrayed in Canon's video, you can zoom in now, or as we do now, or later, when you're at home, and you can do so several orders of magnitude beyond anything we currently know to see what you've captured. And every time you depress the button, you're capturing a seemingly infinite amount of information. Now that may seem implausible now, but with storage capacity following the same exponential bang per buck trend as Moore's law, it's entirely possible that 2 decades down the track we'll have such a device with a resolution we cannot currently imagine, and the massive fast access storage space needed to capture that information safely. The resolution of the camera was demonstrated on several occasions during the show, taking a still image and zooming in on a very small and quite distant object in that wide vista to reveal incredible granularity of detail, once on a feather and once on a butterfly. Now the videos shown during the demonstration present a standalone version of the Wonder camera with fast wireless networking, so I had to suspend disbelief a little when the camera was demonstrated on stage by a girl wearing a backpack the size of a laptop with leads running to the camera. If you look closely at the video, you'll see the backpack, which is sort of disguised. What I found most staggering of all was that most of the technologies envisioned actually appeared to work, or at least they'd been synthesized so they appeared to work so that we could see what the future might hold. In terms of concept products, the Wonder camera is much more fully formed and more operational vision than we often see in concept cars at auto shows. So while Canon needs a backpack wide to the camera to illustrate these capabilities now, in 10 or 20 years time, a terabyte or a petabyte will be as inconsequential as a megabyte is today and a kilobyte once was, and wireless throughput speeds will be several orders of magnitude faster again, so live high-def video sharing can be expected to be commonplace in our lifetime. The Wonder camera's high-speed wireless networking and intelligent post-production features give it capabilities tending towards those of an outside television broadcast van, and in many ways it is more akin to a television broadcast camera with its immense zoom capabilities, but without the need for a lens the size of a bazooka or a tripod for added stability. Though this is clearly a consumer-level camera being visualised a decade or two from now, it would seem the SLR, an interchangeable lens concept which has been the mainstay of professional photography for 50 years, might be in need of a rethink. From Canon's vision, it seems the development of personal imaging devices is about to take a quantum leap or two. Greater resolution, zoom, stability, and new social interaction possibilities resulting from the camera becoming a very meaningful new node on our personal network. If you think about it, it records what we see, where we've been, what we do, so it's natural for capturing and disseminating information, images and video wirelessly in real time. The Wonder camera is Canon's promise of the future to the country emerging as the largest unified marketplace the world might ever see. My bet is that we'll see a camera like the Wonder camera much sooner than 2 decades from now.